In today's video, I want to share with you and teach you how to perform the most important skill that there is if you want to be a good ball striker. And that skill is learning how to hit the ball first, then the ground. And trust me, it is a skill. It is not something that you are just going to happen upon. You have to develop this skill. So first I want to tell you why we have to hit the ball first, then the ground. Then I'm going to show you several drills that you can do to learn this skill. So you're going to want to stay with me for this entire video because depending on your level of skill and where you are in the game, you might need all three of these drills. They're kind of be in a progression. So let's get going. So if you're interested in continuing to improve your golf game before we get into this thing, hit that subscribe button. It's what I do on my channel here. I just give you great, good, sound golf advice and drills and techniques for you to play better golf. Hitting the ball first, then the ground is what allows a golf shot to be solid. It's what allows us to compress the golf ball. It's what makes the golf ball spin. The brain, when people are starting to play golf, wants to do things logically, and it wants to get the golf club up under the ball to lift the ball off the ground, okay? But what we have to do is we actually have to hit down on that golf ball with the shaft leaned forward, squeezing the ball against the ground. The ball in turn will spin up the club face. The club continues down with the low part of the swing occurring in front of the ball, okay? That's it. Now, there are no, well, what if I can't do that? You're just not going to be as good a ball striker. You're not going to get the most efficient strike on the golf ball if you can't compress it. So we got to learn how. And I think everybody can learn how if you just take your time. So let's go into the first component of what allows us to have shaft lean and allows us to strike down on the golf ball. First component is a great pivot, okay? You can go back to some of my other videos and find pivot, but we have to have a pivot in golf that rotates to the right and rotates back to the left, okay? We have to get behind the ball in the backswing. We have to get through the ball in the downswing. In that pivot, we have to be able to stay in our posture. I have to be able to stay in my posture in the backswing. Notice I've stayed in my posture. And I have to stay in my posture through the forward swing. Staying in my posture allows the golf club to bottom out in the proper place, okay? So those two components right there, if you don't have a good pivot and you can't stay in your posture, well, you better go get yourself in front of a mirror and you better learn to make a good pivot, because if you have a bad pivot, the rest of this stuff is going to be impossible. So let's go now to the most basic little drill that I will get people to do to help them learn to hit the ball first, then the ground. Here's my first little drill. I've just got an alignment stick on the ground, okay? And I've got a golf ball about a club head in front of that stick, okay? And we're just gonna start off very slow here. This is just hitting a little pitch shot, okay? I'm gonna show you this one close up, then I'll back the camera up so you can see my body. I've got my feet close together. I'm gonna let my weight lean into my front foot a little bit, which is going to help me. And I just wanna make some small little swings, learning to let that golf club hit the ball, then the ground, okay? If I try and scoop, I am going to hit that stick. So here we go. Again, ball's about a club length in front of the stick, little swing, hitting ball, then ground. Okay, so here I am pulled back. Now you can see my body. My feet are close together. My weight's going to lean a little bit left, but I'm just using my pivot, excuse me, my pivot to move this club back and forth. My arms are staying in front of me. I'm using very little wrist motion here, just a tiny little hinge in the backswing. And I want to stand here and learn to bump that ball out there. That ball was a little close to the stick. You could hear that right there. I nicked the stick on that one. Okay, now let me show you my next drill that I want you to do, and we will increase the size of the swing. The next drill, we're not going to involve a golf ball here. I'm down in the practice bunker. This is a great drill, an old drill, super effective, still one of the best drills. I'm going to draw a line in the bunker, okay? And I'm going to get set up with my left heel very close to that line, okay? I'm going to have my golf club on the line, and what I want to do is I want to make swings, and I want to hit the sand in front of that line, okay? I don't want to hit the sand behind the line, and I don't want to take the line away, okay? So here, left heel's in a good position, club right on the line, nice little soft swing. Missed the sand that time, my foot slipped a little bit. I nicked it just a touch. Let me try that again. Nice little soft swing. And there we go. Club hitting the ground out in front of me. All right. Now I want you to be respectful of the golf course here. Notice I'm not hitting this way. All my sand will be flying out of the bunker. I'm hitting lengthwise in this bunker, keeping the sand in the bunker. Y'all be courteous of your golf course. Do this drill, and if you're having trouble, do it nice and slow to start with and gradually build your speed. Okay? Let me go show you another way to accomplish this same thing. Well, if your golf course doesn't have a decent practice bunker, or you don't have a dirt place around the house or something like that to do that drill, you can get you one of these little impact mats, okay? And I'll get a close up here to show you. I love these things. I've been using this in my practice and with my students. I think they're great. I'll put a link below to this exact one. It's actually nice because it's got replaceable mats. If you wear one out, it comes with some extra ones. But let me show you a close up of how I'm going to use this mat. So the beauty of these mats is it shows you exactly where you've hit the mat, because it's going to turn dark, okay? Then after you hit a shot, you just rub it backwards and it gets light again. So you want to put your club down right here where the ball would be, and you want to make swings, and you want to learn to hit the ground right there. I would love that divot to be going straight at your target line, okay? Or slightly out if you want to hit a draw, okay? I really don't want the divot going back to the left too much on this drill. So here's what it's going to look like. So I'm just set up, hit the mat, okay? You can see a little bit outside where the ball would be. Okay, not the greatest strike in the world. And folks, this isn't the easiest skill to learn. If this skill was easy, all golfers would be great, okay? But they're not. So let me try it again. Okay, much better right here. Now, the other thing that's nice about this mat is you can actually hit balls off of it. Okay, so whether you've got a net at home, okay, or whether you want to take it to the driving range, you can stand and hit balls off this mat and get instant feedback as to what's going on, okay? Tiny bit heavy right there, but it was a decent shot. So here's my last drill, and probably the most difficult of these drills that I'm giving you today. And just using a simple towel, okay, and I've just got it rolled up, and I've created a 90-degree bend back here. And this part back here, I actually kind of flatten out and push down. I leave this part rolled up. And I'm going to hit balls with my golf ball in here so that I've got just a little bit of clearance out there at the toe. And I'm about a little more than a grip's length out in front of this towel. Now, the towel back here is preventing me from scooping. It's going to make me hit down on the ball. And this towel out here is keeping me from being too steep and over the top. So here's a view from back here behind me down the line. Okay, again, the towel back here makes me hit down. This towel out here prevents me from being too steep. I want you to go nice and slow with this one too. Don't jump in there and just start hitting full speed shots. Start off nice and slow, but work your way up to standing there where you can hit golf balls without hitting those towels. So I wanted to show you from this view one more time. Towel in the back is making me have to hit down on the ball to compress. I can't scoop or I will hit that towel. The towel outside the ball is keeping my shaft on plane, keeping me from getting over the top. Okay, one last easy one. Well, there's my method for learning the skill of hitting down on the ball, hitting the ball first, then the turf, okay? Compressing the golf ball. It being a learned skill, I want you to start off easy, okay? Maybe start with the alignment stick, then move to the bunker or one of the impact mats, and finally ending up with the towel. The towel is a little more difficult, that's why I did it at the end, okay? So I hope this helps you. For those that stuck around to the end of the video, great. You got all of the information, and I really do appreciate y'all. Remember, if you want to keep getting better at golf, hit that subscribe button down there. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming in, and I will see y'all in the next video.